See, don't get into no long shit, bro. I gotta ask you, man. God damn, y'all boys scared. Bro, as us pretty red dimes as we are, how in the hell did you pull Simone Biles? And I love this football talk, bro. I gotta get to it. I'm over here rubbing my knees trying to ask this question.
Hey, Chad, I wanted to tell him, he's talking about being looked over. Now, when the right people look at you.
Yeah, that's,
You know what I'm saying?
How did you do that, bro?
Man, it's really how she pulled me, man. That's the question.
Oh.
YouTube, what up? It's your man, the street mechanic, back again with another one. And check this out. This is gonna be a doozy of a video. So we have pro football player Jonathan Owens, also the husband to Simone Biles, went viral for some things he said in an interview. Got the sisterhood all up at arms. Now I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but you can watch the video and we'll talk about it when we get back. Let's go.
You feel like every step of the way. You know, like the moment
Honestly, don't get into no long shit, bro. I gotta ask you, man. God damn, y'all boys scared. Bro, as us pretty red dimes as we are, how in the hell did you pull Simone Biles? And I love this football talk, bro. I gotta get to it. I'm over here rubbing my knees trying to ask this question.
Hey, Chad, I wanted to tell him, he's talking about being looked over. Now, when the right people look at you.
Yeah, that's,
You know what I'm saying?
How did you do that, bro?
Man, it's really how she pulled me, man. That's the question.
Oh,
man.
Lord Jesus. Now you with Freddie. Now it's back. now
But
you
listen,
with
I'm gonna tell you, organic story, man. So I just got to Houston. I probably have been to Houston 7 months. I was single at the time, you know, so I'm just living, being me and myself. And COVID had just hit, but I had just went to Arizona, and one of my boys are like, hey man, you gotta check out this app, you know? And I'm like, I'll check it out. Like, what is it? It was called Raya at the time. So basically it's like a dating app, but you know, you have to go through certain like criteria to make sure that you're who you are. So literally have been on the app for a couple of days, man, and it's like she pops up and I'm like, let me see who this is. Gymnastics, I ain't never, you know, I never really paid attention to gymnastics, so it piqued my curiosity, you know, so I'm like, okay, I'll see what's up. I swiped her and it said we matched, so I'm just like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna see what's up. So I go do my workout and I come back and I get like, I had some likes on my Instagram, you know, and I'm like, oh, this might be it. I'm like, okay. So I see what's up, and then I still waited. I'm like, man, I'm gonna wait till I, you know, take a shower and everything. Then I come back to my phone, and then she messages me on the app, like, hey, you know what I mean? And man, this gotta be fake. Like, I don't know. I didn't know who she was at the time, but like the first thing that I saw was that she just had a bunch of followers. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, she gotta be good. I promise you, I'm a real life story. When she won the Olympics, I was in college and we didn't have NBC, we didn't have Olympic channels, and we're in camp. Late July, early August, so I'm not paying attention to, you know, so I never would have had a moment to where I would have watched, like, you know.
Jonathan, I'm gonna let you finish your story, man. Continue.
But like I was saying, man, she messaged me. This was like a Tuesday, and we were texting back and forth, and then we hung out Friday, man. And we couldn't do much as COVID happened. Everything was shut down. So she came through down to Houston. She lived in the suburbs, so she had to drive about 45 minutes to me. Then the rest is history, man. So
you was really the catch in.
I always say the men the catch, man. I always say we the catch, man.
Yeah, so she really booked you.
She did, though.
Is what you're saying.
Because I was fighting it. So
in truth, if I say this out loud, was Jonathan Owens ain't really want Simone Biles. Is what you're saying.
At the time, I'm not gonna say that.
That's what you're saying.
I was afraid. I was afraid to commit. I'm like, man, this is my third year, you know, I'm trying to, I'm like, it's kind of early. But, you know, like I said, man, it happened when you least expect it. And we hung out, man, it was like we hit it off instantly. You know, we just laughed the whole night.
Man, oh man. Now, honestly, I didn't see anything wrong with the interview. But you know, where men see things as normal and regular, because after all, it's a men's podcast, women will see it in a different light. And that's what the problem is. See, we know what we do on men's podcasts. We have fun, we joke around, we put each other on blast, we say all sorts of stuff. But keep in mind, she is at the podcast. She's right there. So if anything went wrong and he said anything out of the ordinary that was crazy, she would have called him out on it. She don't need anybody else to step in for her to say what's going on in their relationship. They were playing around, having a good time. We know this as men. This is what we do. See, that's why women need to stay on their side of the internet while we rock on ours, because y'all don't understand how we get down in podcasts. It's almost like the barbershop. As a matter of fact, you can equate it to the barbershop. We get in there, we talk crap, we say things, we talk truth, and we just get it in. That's what we do as men. So when a woman looks at it from the outside, but Simone knew what was up, she was right there. So if anything, once again, she didn't need anybody to step in and say anything on her behalf. Everything seemed like it panned out right. He told the truth. But let me break down the parts that gave these women in the sisterhood a freaking problem.
Bruh, as us pretty red dimes as we are, how in the hell did you pull Simone Biles? And I love this football talk, bro. I gotta get to it. I'm over here rubbing my knees trying to answer this.
Hey, Chad, I wanted to tell him, he's talking about being looked over. Now when the right people look at you.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying?
How did you do that, bro?
Man, it's really how she pulled me, man. That's the question,
Oh,
man.
Lord.
So your man said it's how she pulled him is the question. And where's the problem? He's joking around, but at the same time, there's a little bit of truth in his joke. After all, she did make the first move. So why do we have a problem with this statement? And why are we acting like women don't pursue men? Why are we having this discussion again? I remember back in the day, women used to chase the high school jocks, the athletes. Y'all showed up, you said a little high, you flirted, y'all took the lead role in trying to get with these men. Well, yeah, we'll call them men. So why are we acting like pursuing men is a negative thing and y'all never done it before? Maybe some of y'all haven't done it, but it's been done. I've seen it and heard it. Y'all have heard it firsthand, y'all have been there. Stop acting like it's a negative thing for you to go after something that you want, whether it be a bag, some shoes, or a person. Y'all do this, and to this day, y'all still pursue men. And it's not a negative thing. It's not like you got down on one knee and asked him to marry you. You taking the lead role for something that you want, and you're saying hey or you're saying hi in pursuit of something that you know that you want. Now, I don't hear y'all dogging her about making that move, or maybe y'all did. Maybe y'all did get at her a little bit and say, oh, she was wrong for even saying hi to him, whatever. That's irrelevant. We in 2023 going into 2024. Let's make this make some sense. If you want something, you're supposed to go after it. If you could do it for anything else, you could damn sure do it for the man that you want. Now, let's go to the second part that got the ladies all up in arms.
And she messaged me on the app like, hey, you know what I mean? And I'm, man, this gotta be fake. Like, I don't know. I didn't know who she was at the time, but like the first thing that I saw was that she just had a bunch of followers. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, she gotta be good if.
Now, why do everybody think that everyone knows everything, no matter what goes on in the world? It's a possibility. Obviously, I don't think he's lying, that he didn't know who she was at the time. Let's be real here. Everybody doesn't use social media. Just like everybody doesn't have a smartphone. Everybody doesn't watch TV. So it's a possibility that yes, he did not know who she was at the time or how big of a star she really was. So why y'all getting at him? If he didn't know, he didn't know. Can you prove he didn't know? I mean, y'all can sit there and say what you want. He was in the States and he should have known who she was. Hell, my person who I'm with knew who she was and he don't even watch sports. That's irrelevant. That's your person. He didn't know. He didn't know. Did she get at him and say, oh, he should have known who I was or he knew who I was? No, she didn't. She didn't even question it. So therefore, he didn't know who she was. Don't expect everybody to know who certain people are. Everybody doesn't roll in the same circles and do the same things to know the same people. No matter on TV or not, there's some people that I didn't even know. And I've been around long enough to know. And I should have known, but I didn't. It is what it is. Now, let's get to the third one.
So you was really the catch in
I always say we,
And
the
true.
men, the catch, man. I always say we the catch, man.
Yeah.
Now, we all knew when he said that, that was going to set the whole thing up in flames. Because you know how women feel about that. Men saying they're the prize, even though, I mean, it is what it is. I got to agree with it. Why would I not agree with it? I mean, let's be real. What is a prize? It's something that's harder to get, harder to attain. There's not a lot of it out there for you to get, so it makes it valuable. It's like a diamond. Diamonds are hard to get, yet they're the most valuable thing. You're trying to get it, it's gonna cost you just to get that. So if there's a whole bunch of something out there, it kind of decreases the value of what it is because there's so many of them out there, it's easy for you to get. But if it's something that's rare that you want to get your hands on, of course it's gonna be more valuable. So now, that being the case, a good man, by your determination, y'all say is hard to find. Doesn't that make him more valuable? I would think so. Y'all can answer that. But if there's a whole bunch of good men out there, then there's not much value to it because you can just snatch one up and you have one. So there it goes, in a nutshell. Like there's more women on this planet than there are men. Right then and there is where the value starts. Because there's less men on this planet, and you got to filter it down to, you know, non-Pookies and Ray Rays, all the way down to where you can get to the exact man that you kind of could have as a good man in your life. So by right, yes, men are the prize. By your own words, men are the prize. Not that it's a bad thing. You're looking for a good man. They're rare to find. Boom. What more else is there to say? That's it. End of story. There's nothing wrong with what he said. And you can't get mad at him for how he feels. That's how he feels. That's his belief. You gonna get mad at him? Do we get mad at people who believe in certain religions? That's their belief. So all you could do is either accept it or you don't. But you can't condemn the man because of how he feels and what he believes. And he's not embarrassing her. She's right there. Again, she could say something and defend this at any point in time. She's not stupid. Y'all don't believe she's stupid. So therefore, she could defend herself once again, and she didn't have to say anything because it's truth in what was said. Bottom line, she knows it. Y'all know it. Y'all just don't want to accept it. And that's a different story altogether. Y'all have to figure that out on your own, but it is what it is. Don't be mad at us for how we feel. We're going into 2024. We're going to be thinking the same way from all those years prior, and we've learned nothing. Nothing at all.
Yeah, so she really booked you.
She did though.
Is what you're saying.
Cause I was fighting it. I was fighting it.
So in truth, if I say this out loud, was Jonathan Owens ain't really want Simone Biles. Is what you're saying.
At the time,
That's what
I'm not gonna say that.
That's what you're saying.
I was afraid. I was afraid to commit. I'm like, man, this is my third year. You know, I'm trying to. I'm like, it's kind of early.
Now this one was just a bonus one that happened to this one I put up there, but as you can see, they were all having fun. Everything was in good taste. They were joking around. Once again, she's there also with him. She's laughing it up and everything. Everything is cool. There's nothing wrong. There's no embarrassing scenarios, no crazy situations, nothing to downplay. You know, nobody's out here capping. Everything is just what it is. Having jokes, having fun. That's how male podcasts are. It's like the barbershop. Once again, you know, we get in there, say a little something, put people on blast. It is what it is. There was nothing wrong with what he said in this podcast. Nothing. Y'all women take things to heart. Your feelings get involved. You twist up everything, and you hear things in a different way. There was nothing wrong with anything he said here. But y'all ladies, let me show y'all, YouTube, some of the comments. But first, let me show you some of the clips that women just lost their minds over. And then we'll get to some comments, and then we'll end it off.
So in truth, if I say this out loud, was Jonathan Owens ain't really want Simone Biles. Is what you're saying.
Well, it looks like Simone Biles may have married a legacy of low achievement.
So you was really the catch in.
I always say the men the catch, man. I always say we the catch, man.
Yeah, so.
A man who in an interview says that he didn't know who she was, he didn't want her, and that she chased him down And basically, he gave her a shut up ring. So how do y'all think that this is going to end?
So this is Simone Biles and her husband. And clearly, these dudes are living in their princess era because he just gave an interview and I was cringing through the whole. Okay, so this former football player who happens to also be light-skinned, and a lot of times these light-skinned people lead with that as their personality. He says that him and Jonathan were red bone dimes or something like that. And he was like, how in the hell did you pull the Simone Biles? And then her husband giggled. How did she pull me? Actually, she was more interested in me. She's sitting up here messaging me. She drove 45 minutes to meet me. Me? Who are you? Most of us couldn't call your name before Simone Biles married you. And still, to this day, you're still probably going to be known as Simone Biles' husband. And then look at her. My man. My husband. And then this dude is like, now, bro. Come on now. Now, bro. He's like, for real, why would I know this person? I don't watch TV. I'm a football player. I do football player stuff like practice. He's so crazy. He's so crazy. I don't know why he acts like he didn't know me, but that's what he likes to act like. Like he bigger than me. Again, Simone Biles, who's the most decorated gymnast in history and is widely considered the greatest of all time, as in the GOAT, the youngest person to be awarded the Medal of Freedom last year. But this dude can't even edify his own wife. Can't even edify his own wife in public. Can't prop her up. Can't give her any congratulations. He basically, this was embarrassing. What he did to her in this podcast was literally embarrassing. And this is the reason, I know it has got to be hard to find somebody at your caliber when you are the GOAT, but to have your man not be your biggest cheerleader, like she chased me. This had me cringing the whole time. And I know it's easy to find the whole interview, but my big sister, Candace Kelly, she had some great commentary on it on my TikTok page. I'm just going to link. I'm going to link it where you could just touch the button and watch the video. If you're on my YouTube page, I'm going to attach it behind this. But this was embarrassing.
Hey, y'all. So I just want to respond to Simone Biles, her husband, because I think they're married now. The video where he said that, she pursued him. She contacted him. Like, she reached out to him through the dating app or whatever the case may be. She chased him. Okay. And the man that was interviewing him was like, what did you do to, get Simone Biles? And he was like, what did Simone Biles do to get me? And I'm watching the interview. Okay. It's clear that, she pursued him. She went after him. Okay. I do the same thing. If I see a man that's fine, I'm never gonna be thirsty though. If I see a man that's fine, I'm gonna go up to you. I might slide you the digits, and let you know I'm interested.
I told you.
Okay, so to me, what he did in the interview, because I watched it, y'all, he made it seem that Simone Biles came across mad thirsty over him, like she chased him, like he was the prize.
What?
That was corny to me. Even if some of the details was true. I mean, it wasn't ain't no reason for him to lie. I believe what he said was true. Okay. He didn't have to play it like that. Some of those details he could have let be between him and Simone. To let the whole world think that she was thirsty over him, that she chased him, to even have that picture painted of his wife, Simone, that he painted himself, I thought was corny. To me, he could have downplayed it a little bit.
Why?
He could have. He just put a negative light around it, a very corny light. Like, what did Simone Biles do to get me? Boy, are you dumb? Are you a princess? because it came across mad girly. It came across like, tell me what y'all think. Am I tripping or what? Men want to be chased so bad these days. And you can tell that he feels he's the pretty one in the relationship. That's what the whole thing gave me. He feels like he is the prize and he is the pretty one. And he a light-skinned man. And y'all know all light-skinned men act like bitches. So it kind of didn't surprise me. You know what I'm saying? But for y'all who watched the interview, tell me what y'all think. Am I tripping or what?
I'm just going to say this in closing. There was nothing to downplay. Everything was fine. If she had an issue, she could have addressed it. Maybe she'll address it after. Maybe she addressed it after. Whatever the case may be. Everything was fine. Y'all women are taking it to the extreme. He didn't put her in no embarrassing position. He didn't make her look thirsty. And on top of that, he said it was an organic story. Organic meaning, we already know what that means, okay? True to life, real, no fluff, no nothing. It was organic. It was a real happening, happened naturally, okay? So he didn't make her look thirsty. Y'all just saw it as thirst because that's how y'all see things when men don't pursue women. When it's the other way around, y'all make it look like it's something that's not natural and it's going against the grain, which sometimes you have to go against it if you need to get to what you want to get to. You know, it's not a problem where men go for women, but it's a problem when it's in the reverse. There's no problem there. Y'all have been doing it. Y'all are downplaying it now like y'all never did it. Bottom line is there was no embarrassment to the situation. Bottom line. There was nothing wrong with them joking around and saying what they said. Yeah, you know, light-skinned dudes, even us darker-skinned dudes clown the lighter-skinned dudes. So come on, let's be real. It's all fun and games. It's all jokes. It's a podcast. It's an interview. Everything was said the way it was supposed to be said. They had fun, had a good time. Boom. Y'all are tripping. Yes, you are tripping. And you're making a whole big thing out of nothing. How does that statement go? Making a mountain out of a molehill? Like, come on, man. You're doing too much. Let that man and that woman have the life they were meant to have. If they're not gonna have it, we'll obviously know about it. But if everything's going good and they look like they could be made for each other, let them have it. She saw what she wanted. She made the first move. Boom, they matched. They're there. Let them have their shine. Stop trying to break down things that you know are not even there within that interview. There was nothing there for you to break down. Simple interview, but when a man says something and he knows his worth and he jokes about it or he's serious about it, y'all got something to say. Leave it alone. Let it be what it is. And if it's not gonna be, it won't be. But kudos to them. I hope their thing goes the distance. They look like a cute couple. Light skin, darker skin. Yeah, like a cute couple. Shout out to both of y'all. Jonathan Owens and Simone Biles. Shout out to y'all. Once again, Street Mechanic. Back again, leaving again, putting in his 2, 3, 4, 5 cents again. And that's all I gotta say. Once again, do your due diligence. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know how you feel about the whole situation. Do you think, it was overinflated? Do you think it was regular? Do you think everything was fine? There was nothing out of the ordinary in that video that he said? Let me know in the comments. Till the next one.